today's video, I want to share with you my experiences. I want to share with you my insights about living in Turkey as a Black African or as an African woman. And this doesn't mean that my experiences are actually representing all the Black people here or all the Africans here. Okay, so get ready, get something to drink if you can. Eating some fruits, Turkish fruits. They are very super common in Turkey right now. These are actually fig fruits. I love them. They are super delicious. So we're gonna be diving in while I'm also chewing some of these. If you don't know these ones, in Turkish we call them nar. Okay, so let's dive in without wasting any time. An African in Turkey or in Turkey, it has given me a unique way of actually blending with people, and also it has actually brought a lot of learning and also a lot of actually knowing, because in Turkey we have like some stuff of cultural stuff that are actually still being done in Turkey, and also being a country whereby it has its own unique diversity in a way that it connects a lot of people from all over the world. It has actually helped me to know this and this and this, or this person and this person in one way or another. Okay, so it has its own way of cultural influence as much as history is concerned, and it has been in a better way, okay, in a positive way. Okay, this doesn't mean that we do not, or I have not experienced the bad side or maybe the challenges. I still have, and I want to go through step by step in this video to explain to you some of the challenges that I have faced as an African, and also some of the wins, some of the things that I have learned as an African living in Turkey. Now, before I came to Turkey, or before I thought of actually coming to settle here for good, I didn't have the expectation of actually living in Turkey forever, or maybe not forever but for a longer time. And I had seen a lot of news about Turkey on media, and also social media, on maybe on television, on social media like accounts like Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, and a lot of them, they had mixed feelings about Turkey. Some of them, they had good side, and some of them, they talked about the challenges. And so I was just there in the middle, and I didn't bear a lot in terms of actually putting in effort to know exactly how life will be, especially knowing that an African, or knowing that it is not a common thing to for many Africans to be or to live in this country. Now, right now, if you go to major cities in Istanbul, Ankara, Izmir, you find that we have a lot of Africans who are living, who are studying, who are working, who came to tour, or maybe who came to do business here in Turkey, because Turkey is a beautiful country with a lot of opportunities in terms of business-wise, okay, and other stuff. So right now, as in 2024, but prior those years, earlier years, we didn't have a lot of Africans people. Okay, now my experience of actually coming or maybe living in Turkey with Turks has been, like I said, has been in most cases has been on a positive side. First of all, we have the welcoming and also the curiosity. Now, I'm going to talk about the welcoming side. The welcoming side, it is whereby the people want to welcome you in a way of actually, you will feel like you are actually part of them. They want you to be part of them in terms of actually welcoming, warm welcoming. They are so friendly to foreigners or to visitors, and especially in terms of actually, let's say if you are visiting a Turkish home, they're going to serve you something like chai or tea, black tea. They normally drink black tea a lot, and also maybe some coffee, or maybe some pastry or some sweets, with some sweets and stuff like that. And if you are foreigner, maybe you are coming from another country, maybe you are coming for business, they want to offer you some stuff without buying, just to test. Okay, so they are so much in terms of actually welcoming you. And something else in terms of curiosity, this has been one of the things that I have noticed with Turks ever since I came here, and having traveled even to the village side whereby we do not have completely Africans in small cities, they are not there. We have this part of whereby people will look at you with curious eyes. They want to stare at you, they want to look at you, they want to see how you are talking, how the type of clothes you have wear, the type of shoes. They want to see how you are eating your food, they want to see how you are reacting. Maybe they are super curious, and also super looking in your eyes, and they would just want to, like, and I came at first, I had this discomfort, and I thought, maybe why are they looking at me like that, especially when I was attending some Turkish weddings or maybe ceremonies, and people are like looking at me and stuff like that, and they want to talk with me. At first I found it so discomfortable, like I find it uncomfortable, but with time I came to realize that it is just out of curiosity, and they do not mean any harm. Now we have still, I'm not saying everybody, but we still have those with bad eyes that they might look at you, especially if you're working, and they are like, why did that black African take that position, But in major cities like in Istanbul, in Ankara, these developed cities, it is common to see Africans working, Africans going to places, Africans doing stuff, doing business, interacting and stuff like that. So it's those stares, those questions and curiosity eyes, they are not too much. But if you go to places, like, they are not too much, like in small cities, in small towns, you will realize that you are really black, okay, you are really African, if I may use that word, and they also want to ask question, where are you? The most common the most question that I have been asked is, where where are you coming from? Okay, so I'm not sure, I'm still learning Turkish, but they always ask in a way that, what is your country, where are you coming from? That is the most question that I have been received from Turks. Okay, and also they sometimes, if you have known them, they will want to ask about your culture, about the food, the food that you eat in your own country. Now, in terms of racism, I have to say that compared to the country that I have traveled in, Turkey is not too much in terms of racism to Africans. I'm not sure. Anaji, please choose. My little girl, she's here. She wants to do. We are not doing ABCD now. Like I was saying, racism in Turkey compared to the country that I have been, I think Turkey, it's more or less, but not all. I'm not generalizing. I'm not saying it is not there. It is still there. But in terms of actually just real racism, we have rudeness and also racism and just ignorant. Are not into like, oh, she's black, she's African, she doesn't fit here, she doesn't do this. But I'm not saying that all of them. We have still those people who are still like, why did she come? Why did she do this? Why did she do this? Even in job wise, why did she take this and this and this and stuff like that? We still have even those stereotype things, like maybe they think maybe Africans don't deserve this kind of position. And that brings me to another question that a very common question that I normally receive here, especially when I'm with my kids. Some of them, they might ask stereotype questions like, are those your kids? Like, Boseni Chuchukura? They ask those questions in a way that they think maybe Africans cannot have maybe mixed kids, or maybe just because they don't know, and also because they think that all Africans here, they came to work as nannies, and it is just something that I have noticed a lot of time. But it doesn't mean that they are actually being racist, no. And something else in terms of stereotypes, in terms of job wise, when you are working in Turkish, maybe in senior or maybe in senior positions, and then you are working with Turks, and some of them, they are ignorant, some of them, they are actually they want just to make you feel like maybe your education, it's not like when you came from Africa, so people are not advanced in terms of education. they don't know anything, and they might want to show off and to make you feel like you are less. Of course it happens. And something else, they have this thing of being ignorant to the knowledge, to know that we still have black Africans who are black Americans, or maybe we still have people who are Africans but they are from Europe countries, they are from Caribbean countries, they are from Asian countries, but they are still black. So they might assume that some of them, they might assume that because you talk about Africa, they are just coming from African countries. Okay, so we still have those who still have those stereotypes, things and stuff like that. However, I have to say that in most of my cases, or most of my experiences with Turkish men and women, it has been a good journey. And also in terms of respect wise, I have seen a lot of respect, especially if you're married. They want to give you that respect, especially if they see you with a ring. Okay, you have kids and you have a ring, they want to see you, they want to give you that respect. And even men, they do not call you by your name. They prefer to call you maybe with the name like Habla. For me, most of them, they normally call me Habla, like the kids, the younger ones, all the younger men or the younger boys. Tamama to give a bit. The younger boys or the younger girls, they prefer to call me Habla with that respect. They do not just jump in and start calling you by your name and stuff like that. Okay, so it has been a good journey. Now when it comes to cultures, or maybe embracing their culture, it has been also a good journey, a learning journey, but also difficult one, in terms of knowing how to cook their food. When I came here, at first, I didn't know anything about cooking. I didn't know about Turkish cuisines. I cooked my food Kenyan way, and I drank my chai with milk like Kenyan, okay? And I came to realize Turks don't like tea with milk. It took me time to understand why are they even, why do they hate milk with tea? Like they prefer to make milk yogurt, and in terms of actually just their cultural thing, in terms of weddings, in terms of circumcision, I learned a lot. Okay, tamam anneciğim, güzel, tamam geleceğim. Okay, tamam şimdi go to sit with Abi, bucak gelecek bu. Go to sit with Abi, sonra geleceğim. Oh, so in terms of cultures, in terms of actually their history, it has been a good journey in terms of actually learning. Yok. Go to sit with Yvette. So it has been a good journey, a learning journey, and I love their culture. I love their food, their cuisines. Okay, I love, and also I learned how to cook them. And in terms of food wise, there's so many food that you can actually love when you come to Turkey. We have those kebabs, we have those in terms of Turkish breakfast, the way of doing it, we have the way of actually even eating some of the food. It's just amazing to learn about their cultures. Okay, and also some of the culture that are actually keeping me going, and I love them in terms of actually cleanness. When you come to someone's home, you don't come in with your shoes, dirty shoes, you leave them outside. And cleaning, Turkish women love to clean and stuff like that. Okay, and they actually value their families. Family for them, in terms of socializing, in terms of coming together, it is a must. Okay, even when it means a cup of tea and an evening talk, it is something that Turks love a lot. So it has given me a chance to actually know their cultures, to learn from them, and also just to embrace them as a person, or as a person who is willing to be a part of them. Because I already have a Turkish husband, I have kids here who are actually just amazing. Right now you can see how they are doing. Now I don't want to make this video short, long. Already it is long. I'm really sorry, but I just wanted to give my own observation, my own experiences, and also to encourage you if you're thinking to come to Turkey as an African, whether you are coming to study, whether you are coming to work, whether you are coming to settle down with your spouse, whether you are coming just to enjoy this beautiful place and go. Turkey is a beautiful place, let me not kid you, even though it has its challenges in terms of politics, in terms of economy, because right now we have very high inflation. It's still a beautiful country with beautiful people, with good places to visit, with good university to study in. So if you're feeling to come to Turkey as an African, I have to encourage you. Not every person, not every Turk is a bad person, is against Africans. Okay, don't let media, don't let social media tell you otherwise. If you come in a good way, if you come on a right way, in the reasons why some of Africans might face maybe challenges living in a foreign country like Turkey, it is because you are coming with the wrong path, or maybe you are coming in with wrong visas, you know, in terms of settlement. For instance, if you're coming to work in Turkey, for you to stand, or maybe for you to be in a better position, I prefer you to come on a work visit visa instead of you coming on a touristic visa, and then when it ends or it expires, you have not found someone who can help you in terms of actually changing it, or an employer. You end up on the street, maybe the police comes, they ask for the kimlik or the card you don't have. The next day what happens is that they take you to maybe for questioning, or maybe they send you to deportation area and stuff like that. And some Africans also, just a few of them, they might come here to do their own bad things, maybe in terms of drug, in terms of other things. If you're a lady, if they found you, the police finds you in a wrong side of the law, they might take action on you. So it's not like all people who come in Turkey they do this, but I just wanted to tell you, to emphasize that if you come on a right way, you will live a beautiful life here. If you come, especially if you are coming to study, you will still study and go wherever you want to go, or find something else, somewhere else you feel comfortable or you feel better. In terms of job wise, yes, we still have scarcity. Like, I cannot say that we have a lot of jobs here in Turkey. I cannot tell you that our Turkish companies, they pay a lot of money compared to Europe. No, it's not that way. You cannot compare, let's say you cannot compare bananas with apples. Okay, so if you get the point, you get it. Now I'm gonna end this video. I'll do maybe a part 2 if you have questions. For now, I'm going to in kitchen. For now, I'm gonna take care of these little kids because they are now becoming stubborn. I'll see you next. If you have questions you want to discuss with us, like you want us to discuss, just bring them on. I'll find time, and if I get time, we can go ahead and discuss these things. If you're liking my content, you want to see more, if you've gotten any value on this video, guys, I'll ask you to do me one favor, to like, to subscribe, to share, and I'll see you next in my next video. Grushurus. They normally say grushurus to mean bye bye. Okay, the kids are here. You want to say bye bye? Yes. Okay, say. Okay, come. Okay, come. Bye bye. Okay, go.